How you going?
How are you? Nice to see you.
Mate, that looks super good. I told you that before.
There's a drama there, Wayne.
Yeah, there was a bit of drama. I've certainly never seen the charge down before in our game.
Did you miss that, Wayne? Because I think you jumped up and you were going down to...
No, I was down there. No, I just couldn't work out what happened. I just couldn't see it clear enough, and I thought he's kicked the tee. Well, I can't believe that he's kicked the tee, and then and someone said someone's charged the ball down. So.
Did you think it was a penalty, or did you see that?
I didn't. Well, the ref was right on it. I saw the replay. You know, it's a big call. Yeah, but anyway, we got it. So.
Do you think a draw might have been a fairer result?
Yeah, I hadn't taken a lot of notice of the rules, so I didn't even know we were playing extra time. I couldn't believe we were playing extra time. I don't know what that was about. I still don't know what it's about.
You're aware that if you didn't get the penalty goal, that would have been, you would have been turning around and playing again until it was...
Yeah, they told me that when I came down the sideline. When the staff told me coming down there was going to be extra time, and I'm in denial about that. Well, why do we want to play extra time? It's not a fixture match. It's a one-off exhibition game. So really, there's nothing. You're not playing for anything else except a bit of your pride and your club.
You've just won the series 2-0 for Australia.
Well, I didn't know it was a series until you just told me either.
So that's why there's extra time in all the games.
Well, no one talked about that game as being a series, and I certainly didn't know that was the case.
You're pleased about that?
About the result, that we won the series for Australia. That was my priority.
Would you want to come again, Wayne, having experienced this tonight? You know, even if you weren't, if you didn't win the grand final in Australia, would you still come as the second or third team?
Yeah, well, to me, they're not really debatable issues. I mean, you got a ground that was sold out here tonight, and that's the best endorsement we've got for what we've done. And you've had a great crowd at Warrington last night, and I'm sure tomorrow they tell me it's pretty close to a sellout as well. It's a bit like the Nines, You've got 50,000 people want to turn up on a Saturday and Sunday in New Zealand to watch rugby league being played. And our game's not that great that we can't afford to take these opportunities. So, and there was a great atmosphere tonight. Everybody, they'll remember this game for the rest of their life at the last instance of nothing else. It was a great contest between two teams that were, there was no exhibition game. It was far from, so it was genuine. It was real. And we weren't playing for the World Club Challenge, which is on tomorrow, of course, but in the sense of the two grand final teams, so the winners. But everything else we played as hard as any other team's going to play, I can tell you, both sides.
Andrew, there's a few times last year when you sort of lost games late, so was extra time a good from that point of view that it didn't happen to you again tonight? You actually did manage to get the results?
Oh, yes and no. I guess for what Wayne said, it's a bit of a trial hit out for us with a lot of the new guys coming into to gel. So we can't recap on last year. It's things have changed for us, and different halves as well. So, but in saying that too, the forwards really rolled their sleeves up, and we played simple footy and executed. And those results go your way when you're doing that. And full credit to not just the forwards, but obviously outside backs tackled well as well.
Tough conditions out there, like obviously really slippery and a bit muddy.
Yeah, a little bit muddy there. So it was, like I said, a tough slog, and the boys rolled their sleeves up really well. We completed really well, we thought, and Wayne was happy about that, and that's something we spoke about before the game.
Wayne, what do you think of the state of the field?
Oh, you're in England. What are you on about? It's the reality of the situation. It's England. February, it's in the winter.
They're not always like that, believe me. Sometimes they are good pitches in England.
Yeah, but they play soccer on this one, they play rugby league on this one. It's not, so it's just they just get wear and tear on them. That's the way it happens. And I don't even think it's an issue personally.
Were you happy to see Anthony Milford seem to get a little bit more confident towards the end of the game there?
Yeah, no, he did. He grew as the game went on, and he was very good towards the end there. Some of the breaks he made and his footwork and that. So look, there's a lot of improvement in him, but I like what he's got, and we can hopefully in a year or two he'll be a real key player for us.
Andrew, there was only one referee. Did you notice any difference in the tempo of the game?
Oh, I guess if it was dry, I might have, but being a wet pitch is a bit slower and a bit more of a slug. But full credit to the ref, he was really approachable. He spoke to the players and both sides. Coming over here, you don't know what to expect sometimes. But full credit, he was really easy to approach and got on really well.
Wayne, were there any injuries by the end of it? Looked like
No, it looked pretty good. We just got some guys with sore calves and that from the heavier ground and amount of running they had to do. But outside that, no, all good.
Alex Glenn went off. That was just.
Yeah, they're all cramping up. Sam was the same. Every pro came at the same situation. Yeah, so that's the way it goes.
What about some of the other new guys in the side? Offhand Gowie looked, there's a bit of go.
Yeah, no, he's under 20 still, so he'll go back and play there for a little while now. But he's been part of our long-term project to make him an NRL player for the Broncos. So he's certainly got something. There's no doubt about that. But he's young forward and he needs time to develop his strength and develop the skills that he needs to play in that position because it's the toughest position in the game. They were all good. I wouldn't have a bad play tonight. We couldn't have had a bad play. Had a bad play, we lose this game because they were certainly doing their absolute best. And the crowd was wonderful. They were cheering them on all night. They were totally involved. I don't think anyone will leave disappointed tonight. Maybe with the result, but not in terms of the game of football.
Andrew, the boys had a bit of fun with the crowd at the end there too, because they gave you a fair bit during the game.
Yeah, I dare say some of the boys have got a bit of a break, got a bit of a goal fall, but that's the way it is, and full credit to the crowd too. They turned out in numbers, and that's what you expect. Vocal crowd, and that shows their passion. So that's all part of it, mate. Obviously, they might attack you a little bit personally sometimes, but it's all in good spirits, and the game result ended in our way, and I guess the boys were just happy with the win.
What were your memories of Anthony Gelling charging the kick?
What were my memories of it?
Never seen that before.
Yeah, if Wayne hasn't seen it, I definitely haven't seen it. So I think even his own players were a bit confused at what actually happened there. So,
I loved he gave himself a clap coming off. I thought that was the best part of it. I made a goose of myself, so I'm trying to get this as best I can.
The crowd loved it. They got him standing up.
Well, they did. When he started the clap, when they got in, that's what he did. He brought the crowd into it. It was great. So.
But he'll never buy another beer in this town.
No, that's right. No. No, it was just part of the occasion tonight. There was just a bit of everything in it. It was just good footy. I enjoyed it. Wasn't sitting there not enjoying what we were doing. I thought it was just great for the game.
Andrew, are there many guys in your team who fancy a stint over here at some point in their careers?
Mate, I can't speak for any other boys, and maybe the few guys that might have a couple of years left. But Matty Bowen seems to, he's enjoying his time over here, and he's probably talking to Hodjo, so Hodjo might think he's got another 6 or 8 years left in him the way he's talking. So see what Wayne wants to keep him around for, how long Justin wants to play, and a few other older guys. It's up to them, but they've got young families to think about.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.